Dogs, donkeys, girls, you name it. It's all happening in this house this week.
Spring break bust.
So you and Brian, you're like lovers.
What?
Yes, yeah, he's my boyfriend.
Well,
Exactly.
whoa.
Bob? Oh, you guys suck. I don't like you anymore. I thought you guys
So long.
You can't tell me you didn't see this.
It seemed
I
pretty
saw
obvious.
it as soon as you answered the phone.
I know.
I got zero gate art. I picked up on that the moment you said hi.
JohnJay and Rich in the morning.
It's JohnJay and Rich. It's very exciting. It's the #1 show in the world. In the world. And she's a star of American Idol. It's Paula Abdul. Good morning, Paula Abdul.
Good morning, my boys. How are you?
Hello there, sunshine.
Hello.
Hey, Paula, check this out. I just got this email from somebody saying, hey, go to this thing. And In Touch Magazine, right? In Touch Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Online, their homepage. The In Touch video of the week. It says, a happy, smiling Paula Abdul shares some laughs with the paparazzi as she jokes about all her boyfriends on American Idol. And it's you and me and Rich walking out of Koi. It's the video of us walking
right
out.
on.
It's an In Touch online.
Yes.
That's cute. I gotta go see it.
I'm watching it right now. We're walking out. I'm like shocked. The lights are flashing everywhere, and it was the weirdest thing, and it's their video of the week.
You guys look cute.
I like it when you talk about, eventually when you talk about breaking up with JohnJay and Rich as if we're one person. It just didn't work out for me dating JohnJay and Rich. He doesn't understand. Isn't that funny?
Hey, last night's Idol, I got to tell you something. Adam Lambert and the Matt dude, I think both those guys owned it last night.
Yep.
They were great.
Matt, does he say Gerard or is it Gerard?
It's Gerard.
Not the French version that I was trying?
No, I've heard Ryan call him Giro and Gerard, both.
No,
It's Gerard.
It is Gerard. Good. Okay.
is a huge music freakazoid. I love all the Motown stuff, but I think hearing people do Smokey Robinson songs, I might have a whole new respect for Smokey Robinson as a songwriter. Crazy that he wrote 4,000 songs. Do you think they're 4,000 complete songs, or is it just like just he divides them up? Have a nice day.
Different versions of Tracks of My Tears.
Yeah.
Take a good look at my neighbor's face.
No, Smokey's great. We've had him on the show before. It was a real treat to have Barry Gordy there as well.
Now he seemed like he was in a really good mood too.
You know what? Because I've known both of them for a very long time, working with a lot of their artists and stuff like that. But I was sitting down next to them during commercial break, and they were amazed at how big the show is, and that it really is. They said being there and watching it in the audience, they have a newfound respect for, how the show is produced. It's like Barry couldn't believe it, and he couldn't believe that how honest the judging has to be. He said he could never do it.
Yeah, I would have a problem telling somebody who's worked really hard on something that it didn't make the cut. That would be the hardest thing.
It's so hard.
The only good thing is I would hope to be always the last three contestants. Oh, it wasn't your best work. Okay, they get rushed through. You don't get beat down as bad.
Well, Smokey was really positive too. You would think that Smokey'd be like, that was a terrible version of my song. Oh my God, I never want to write another song again because of the way you just did my own song. Instead he
Take
was like,
back 3,000 of my songs.
He was smiling, saying, "It's the best version ever. I'm so excited." And then it was like they came out, and I was like, "Whoa."
He's a great mentor. He's a really good mentor because he had something positive to say about just about everybody. You almost can't believe that he's that enthusiastic, but he's really good, huh?
Yeah, he really is. See, offering positive reinforcement works for artists.
Yes.
You have to give them something to hold on to.
Yeah, you got to tell that to Simon.
Let me tell you this about you, Paula Abdul. I'm going to tell you something, okay? And I haven't said this to these guys yet. Remember that movie called Chinatown with Jack Nicholson?
Of course.
Okay, of course, Academy Award winner Faye Dunaway and Jack Nicholson. One of the big things critics, when they review that movie, is they talk about Jack Nicholson. He's a massive star. And throughout 90% of the movie, he has a broken nose and he has a Band-Aid over his nose. And he's like, do you think any movie stars are going to do that? They're going to walk around and do a movie with a broken nose and the whole movie. That's very rare to see that. Nowadays, you might see Tom Cruise, Vanilla Sky, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But last night, when Simon wrote that mustache on you.
Oh, my gosh.
I thought that it said so much about you and your character that you laughed and you joked with it and you showed you had it on. Do you know what I mean? It reminded me of the Jack Nicholson in Chinatown thing, where it's like you're this massive star and this guy writes on you and you like smile and go, oh, and then you guys are laughing hysterically. I just think it said a lot about you and your personality, and it was cool to see that side of you yesterday.
Well, thank you. He started drawing it on me right as it was my turn to talk to Allison.
So he did a quick job.
Yeah, and it was because of me getting him with the crayons. It was and the coloring books. I got him so good, and I didn't tell anybody in production or anything. I just put a towel over the stuff, put it under my chair.
Oh, so nobody knew that it was there.
Nobody knew.
And he was laughing hysterically. He was embarrassed and laughing.
And during the commercial break, he was laughing so hard he almost tripped over himself.
Yeah, it was great. You know what else too? It's like, remember when Clay Aiken put his hand over Kelly Ripa on the Tonight Show?
Yes.
Or on the Regis and Kelly,
yeah.
and Kelly got all pissed off. It really bruised her ego. I mean, Simon did that to you last night, and it's like you roll with it, man. It's like you get it. You know what I mean? You're Paula Abdul. It's like the show's not the same without you, and you just get it. It's cool to know know that.
Well, you know what? You can't take it seriously. This is the 8th season. It's like Simon and I have a rhythm, you know, like it's just go with it.
I agree with you. And I want to address something that happened yesterday on TV that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and that I thought you handled it as classily as I would expect you to handle it. I'm talking about Cara DiGuardi being on the Ellen Show.
Oh.
I didn't see it.
Well, here's a clip.
And I taped the Ellen Show. Was that yesterday?
Oh, yeah, was it yesterday?
I think it was on yesterday, yeah.
Oh, it was?
Which is why I tend to give a positive negative. So it's like, if I'm going to give you a negative, I'm going to give you a positive at the same time.
But then that's what Paula does.
Yeah, but I think that we have different styles. You know, she does it in her own way, and I kind of can get a little bit more technical, or, you know, they like to talk more about the clothes. I'm less about the clothes so much. Her and Simon got this thing going on. Like,
So she says that you talk about clothes, and she gives technical advice.
That's another reason I don't like that chick.
So rather than
I
Paula,
just don't like her.
Rather than Paula getting all, you know, in her face, she handled it like this last night when it comes to not getting technical.
Well, Chris, it's really nice seeing you come into your own. There's such a comfort level now with you on stage. You picked a great song. Your personality is infectious, and technically speaking, the note that you hit at the end, that's like a high A or something like that. It was brilliant.
Was that coincidence, or was that you going, oh, snap, Bird City, baby, high A? I know
it was a high A.
It was very, and you were showing that you're giving technical advice too.
I know. Listen, I do tend to compliment what the girls are wearing, or you know, when Adam he looked great last night, and I will say that because I think they deserve that. I think that they do. I mean, Simon will say they look terrible, and I start out. If you're really talking about positive, negative, and I guess that's why Ellen said that's what Paula does, is that I think that even any human being that, and the spirit of being in a human being is that you can't address someone with a negative but you know, it was okay. You have to give something positive so the brain is receptive to taking any kind of constructive criticism.
Yep.
It's cool too, and I think it's kind of about the package too. When you say, hey, when you tell somebody on American Idol, I don't know that you found your look yet, but you sing great, that kind of gives them and wardrobe, I would think, you might want to start over and try to find something that works for them.
It's American Idol. It's the whole pack. You have to be a great singer. You have to have the look. You have to have that X factor. You have to have a look. And if she can't respect the, hey, when you say, hey man, that dress isn't right for you or whatever, that's part of it. I think that's part of the whole judging.
Last night my daughter brought it up and said Simon always says something about their clothes, and I go, do you know how many people in auditions they probably saw that looked great but looked like crap? You know, sang great, had great voices, but didn't have whatever it is you're looking for. Like,
yeah,
it's the whole package.
Yeah.
Don't you want somebody that's most of the way there, vocally and style wise, and how they look, that you can just tweakify, and then they're a megastar?
Look at Britney. I don't think she's going to win any singing contest, but she's hot and she can perform.
And look at Adam Lambert, the way he had